ladies and gentlemen, to the District 4 4A opener between your Goddard Rockets and your Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Let's introduce the Rockets first. Non-starters, number 6, Maria Moreto. Number 4, Alexa De La Rosa. Number 20, Gabby Flores. And number 2, Janea Maragis. Starters for the Rockets, number 10, Roxana Soriano. Number 1, Avery Chavez. Number 13, Jory Guzman. Number 14, Marisol Hernandez. Number 9, Juliet Gallegos. Number 8, Adrina Cobos. Number 24, Lindsay Campa. Number 5, Annika Roybal. And Marissa Crawford. Rockets are coached by Coach Gillette. Now get on your feet for the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Non-starters, number 1, Haley Tucker. Number 6, Lisel Jimenez. Number 17, Katrine Marquez. Number 18, Elizabeth De La Riva. Number 19, Ariana Chavez. Number 8, Paola Cedeño. Starters, leading off for your Bulldogs. Number 2, Kenna Morrison. Number 15, Preces Aguilar. Number 12, Kinsey Carlo. Number 24, Kaden Apodaca. Number 13, Zoe Warren. Number 7, Kinsley Rodriguez. Number 9, Michaela Lujan. Number 10, Madison Martinez. Number 14, Jenna Whitmire. Your head coach for the Lady Bulldogs, Coach Sandra Polito. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise, remove your hats as we play the national anthem. Let's play ball!
Well, you heard the command from Coach Michael Mondragon, and as he did the introductions for you along with the barking guy, and it is time for Lady Bulldog softball action and the District 4 4A opener from here at the Mack in Artesia, New Mexico. And it is a beautiful day for baseball today. As we sit, it is 85 degrees. Mostly sunny skies, and the concession stand is open. You can smell the delicious food being prepared down there. So what are you doing? Come on out to the ballpark here at the Mack Chase and enjoy the softball game today. Joby is in Portales, and we'll see if we can get some updates from Joby on how that ball game is doing. That is a district doubleheader that was to be played on Friday, but there is a shortage of umpires. And so I think I speak for everybody that's been to a ball game. We have lots of people who know what the balls and the strikes and the calls are. They're sitting in the stands because we hear you every week. And so what we need you to do is go ahead and sign up to be a umpire. And then you can come down out of the bleachers and come out onto the field and help out, because there's a bunch of games this week for district here in Artesia and in Roswell and Portales and Lovington that had to be moved around on the schedule in order to make sure that they had plenty of umpires for the games today. Anyway, it's the first district game. Artesia, the number 1 ranked team in the state. And what did I do with my brain bag there, Jeffrey? There it is. And Lovington is number 4. Goddard is number 8. And so what we're going to do is see how well these two teams do against each other. Goddard has been an up-and-coming team. And the first pitch is foul tipped into the glove and strike 1. Caden Apodaca pitching for Artesia. Roxana Serrano is at the plate. She is a right-handed batter for the Goddard Lady Rockets. And that one's called strike 2. And we'll see how we got some stats here. The Goddard stats are a little behind. They only have them through 8 games. Artesia, I think, is more up to date. There's a pop-up back behind third. Going back and making the catch is Kinsley Rodriguez for out number 1.
Up next, number 1, Avery Chavez.
So here's Avery Chavez. She is wearing number 1. Avery is the catcher for the Lady Rockets, and she comes into the game with a 375 batting average. And as you heard, strike 1. Yeah, Goddard is number 8 in 4A softball, which is a good start for them this year. Over the outside corner for strike 2. I have a microphone. I can hear the umpire. So I'm not going to do like Joby and call it before the umpire does. Foul tip. Pitching is Caden Apodaca, and Caden is coming into tonight's game with a 3-2 record and a 1.34 ERA. There's a swinging strike 3.
Number 2. Up next, number 13, Jory Guzman.
So here's Jory Guzman. Where's number 13? She is the third baseman. 667 batting average. 7 runs, 10 hits, and 12 RBI. She's the RBI leader for the Lady Rockets. Jammed out towards second base. Michaela Lujan with the catch.
Michaela Lujan with the catch. 3 up, 3 down.
And it's 3 up, 3 down for the Rockets in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first for the Lady Bulldogs. Kenna Morrison, Perseus Aguilar, and Kenzie Carlo when we come back on KSVPTV.com.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Walker.
And I'm Andy Singleton, and together we work with kids 5th grade and under here at Faith Baptist Church. And our hope is to have a safe and fun environment where kids feel loved, are taught biblical truths, and are challenged to live out the gospel in their everyday lives.
We just want all kids to be welcome here and to have a safe, fun place where they can learn who Jesus is and what he's done for them. That'll change the course of their whole life.
That's right. And really, we want to love on families in any way that we can. And that's the biggest part and biggest hope that we have for reaching and loving our community here in Artesia.
Need business cards? Think Ink. How about photocopying, black and white printing, or faxing service? Think Ink. Need to put together a brochure or even desktop publishing? Think Ink. Incredible Printing. For all your printing needs and fast, friendly service, Incredible Printing is the only name you need to know. Visit our location at 514 West Main Street in Artesia, right across from the Derrick floor. For any and all of your printing needs, Think Ink. Incredible Printing in Artesia.
This reminder, Incredible Printing will be closed the week of April 8th and will be back open on Monday the 15th.
Welcome back to the Mack in Artesia. I'm going to try to keep the score on the score bug now. It'll be Kenna Morrison, Perseus Aguilar, and Kenzie Carlo to face Juliet Gallegos, the starting pitcher for Goddard. Roxana Serrano is in left, Annika Roybal in center. Is it Audrina? Is that how you say it, Coach? Audrina? No, the right fielder, number 8. Audrina Cobos? Is that okay? Jory Guzman is at third, Marisol Hernandez at short, Lindsay Campa at second, and Marissa Crawford at first base. Avery Chavez is catching, and Juliet Gallegos is pitching. And let's look at what we have for pitching information for Gallegos. Gallegos is a freshman. 3.89 ERA, has a 5-2 record the last time stats were updated. And I'm not sure what we're waiting on. The base umpire talked to the coach of the Rockets, Coach Gillette, and then he said a few things to Coach Crandall over in the first base box. Of course, Coach Polito at the third base box, and I guess we're ready to go. And the first pitch in there for strike one to Morrison. There's another strike. Strike two. Morrison, 315 batting average. 21 runs scored, 17 hits, and 10 RBI. And lines this one to right field. Will bounce in front of Cobos for a base hit.
Base hit for Kenna Morrison. Up next, number 15, Perseus Aguilar.
Well, one of the things we need to look at here, Gallegos has allowed one home run, but Perseus has more than one. And it's a ball low. There goes the runner down to second. The throw not in time. Morrison with a stolen base. Let's see, what does Aguilar have? She's got 9 home runs coming into the ball game today. And that one's outside for a ball. Up. Let's see, 1, 2 balls. Okay, 2 balls and no strikes. Runner at second. Low for a ball. And I'm guessing Gallegos is not going to throw anything near the strike zone. They're going to pitch away from Aguilar, especially with first base open. And that's ball 4.
Aguilar with the walk. Up next, number 12, Kenzie Carlo.
So Carlo will bat with 2 on and nobody out. And Coach Polito mentioned something to the home plate ump. And we've probably got a courtesy runner coming in for Perseus. Is it, who's the courtesy runner? Number 3.
Courtesy running at first, Haley Tucker.
Haley Tucker, number 1, will courtesy run. Carlo comes into the ball game. Batting .479. She's got 10 RBI and 5 home runs. And that's in there for a strike. Bulldogs are 11-5 coming into the ball game today. Goddard 10-7. Fouled off to the right and out of play. And there's the old Cows. Foul ball into the field with the Cows from the barking guy. That's a ball. He barks, he moves. I wonder what else he can do. Again, it's fouled off over the field house and back towards, we didn't come in Jeffrey's truck today. We came in my truck. On purpose, I'm told. Up the middle, that's going to be caught by the center fielder, Roybal, and they're going to, they overthrow the second baseman, or they would have gotten Morrison picked off at second. She's got her hands over her helmet like, why wasn't I paying attention? So it was a line drive, but right out to the center fielder. And the runners have to hold up at first and second. And let's see, no thing. There's a ball, and there's an out. So there's one out with 2 on here in the bottom of the first. And Caden Apodaca drills this one out into center field. And again, what a catch by Annika Roybal out there in center field. She just went running and did a great job of getting a hold of that. So there are new 2 outs in the inning. So you had the leadoff single and the second walk. And a strike call to Zoe Warren. Warren batting .309. She has 17 hits and 9 RBI for the Lady Bulldogs coming into the game. Gets away from the catcher, rolls all the way to the backstop. That'll be a ball. And on the wild pitch, runners move down to second and third. Tucker at second, Morrison at third, and what do you have, 1 and 1? Okay. Called that a strike. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Way high for a ball. 2 and 2. Lady Bulldogs with runners in scoring position, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And that one's tapped foul. Almost got Coach down there in the first base box. Are they saying air ball? Do they not know this isn't basketball? That's right. Here's the 2-2. Way high to the backstop. Here comes the runner. The throw to the pitcher not in time, and a run will score. So the count goes to 3 and 2. Lady Bulldogs get a run as Morrison comes in and scores. High fly ball out to right field. It could be caught. What a catch by Audrina Kobos out in right field for the out. My gosh, the outfielders for Goddard are doing fantastic. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. And 1 runner left on base. We've played 1 complete. Lady Bulldogs 1, Goddard 0. You're enjoying Lady Bulldogs softball on KSVPTV.com.
Hocker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hocker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hocker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hockerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome you back to the Mack. I'm a poet and don't even know it. Strike one as Marisol Hernandez takes a bat and is at the plate to face Caden Apodaca for the Lady Rockets in the top of the second inning. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. 1-0 is the score, and you would think it would be on the backs of the Bulldogs. Well, they got a base hit and a walk, and a couple of wild pitches enabled a run to come in and score. There's a strike. Well, she was looking there, so that's strike out. Let's see, next batter, 1 out. Juliet Gallegos will be the batter now, right-handed hitter, and the pitcher for Goddard. Gallegos is the freshman pitcher, and there's a strike. 2 strikeouts now for Apodaca, 1 swinging, 1 looking. She's faced and retired 4 in a row. A little upstairs for ball 1. So see if we can get a score from Joby on the baseball. They're up in Portales starting their district play with a doubleheader at Portales. Foul to the screen. And Apodaca's ahead 1-2. Gallegos batting .250, 5 runs scored, 4 hits, 3 RBI. She does, though, when she does hit it, she's got 2 triples. And that one was high for a ball. So we go to 2-2. Outside for ball 3. So this is the first full count batter for Apodaca in the game. And that's low for ball 4, so a walk.
Ball 4, Santiago's the first. Up next, number 8, Adrina Cobos.
So Adrina Cobos will be the batter, and we've got a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher. Looks like number 2. Is that number 2? Yep. And number 2 for the Rockets is Jayla Morales.
Jayla Morales in the courtesy run for the Rockets. Number 2.
So Adrina Cobos at the plate, runner at first, the tying run, 1 out. In the top of the second inning here. And the crowd slowly gathering. Speed it up, get out here. Right down the middle for strike 1. I mean, Coach Mondragon's here, the barking guy's here, the photographers are here, Jeffrey's here, Mr. Null is here, Coach Henderson is here. Where are you? That's a ball. I said the barker, he's here. He's been barking and mooing. It's like an old-fashioned see and say. Fouled it back to the screen. Lindsay Campa is up next in the on-deck circle, number 24, second baseman. Cobos is a senior, batting .538, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 ribbies. And that's way high for a ball. Cobos steps back in. And that's a ball. Cobos made, so far, one of the plays of the game when she made a snow cone, ice cream cone catch out there in right field to end the first inning up against the fence. That's foul down the third base line. So the count remains full. So after breezing through the first 4 batters, Apodaca walked Gallegos and now has a 3-2 count to Cobos. Morales, the courtesy runner at first for the Lady Rockets. And that's a strike called. Big strikeout for Apodaca. 2 outs. Lindsey Campa at the plate now. Number 24, right-handed hitter, playing second base. And this one's a tapper down the third baseline foul for strike 1. Lady Bulldogs play Lovington Friday night. Doubleheader here. Swung on a miss at a high fastball for strike 2. That's going to be a big game. I mean, all the district games are huge, but Artesia number 1 in the state, Lovington number 4. And they've been fouled off to the right into the, what does Joby call that? The, well, that you and I call it the bullpen, but Joby calls it the, it's a fishing term. The tackle box. Is it the live well? Live well is the dugout. We're in the tackle box. Well, two fouls and a strike called. Way high for a ball. What a beautiful day for baseball or softball, whatever it is that you're doing outdoors today. Little squibber back to Apodaca. She'll throw over to Martinez, and that will end the inning. For the Rockets in their half of the first, or their half of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Artesia. This is KSVPTV.com.
Presbyterian Medical Services, strengthening the fabric of our communities.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan. No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have white. Yes, the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
The one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband service provider. Like Devin put in 11, Evan. How are we supposed to know which one's 7 and which one?
I thought it was Devin. Who's Devin? I got no service. Honey, you're blocking.
You can't stand there. You're blocking it. Don't block it. And the best part, I never have to speak to Evan or Devin ever again.
I think this one's 11.
11? We're not looking for 11. No, are we looking for 7, Evan, or 11? We have 2 next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes. Evan?
All right, we're back.
Evan.
Kinsley Rodriguez at the plate for the Lady Bulldogs as they bat here in the bottom of the second inning, leading Goddard 1-0. A ball and a foul ball, 1-1 count to Kinsley. A little high for a ball. On the radio, it's the Bulldogs at Portales, doubleheader. They have a single game with Portales on Thursday. That's a ball. So it's Portales week for baseball. Softball, they're doing a single game and then a doubleheader like baseball, but they're not all in the same week. They're kind of mixing and matching where they go. Get a high foul ball out of play off to the right. And that is definitely in the field with the Cows. And that'll fill the count up, 3-2. Ball 4.
Up next, number 9, Michaela Lujan.
So Michaela Lujan at the plate, number 7 batter in the order, second baseman. And let's see, she is a junior batting .300, 9 hits and 11 RBI, and she looks at strike 1. So Lady Bulldogs only have 1 hit in the ball game. Gesundheit, Jeffrey. That one's a ball. Didn't want to think that was out there in the stands. But the outfield, Roybal and Kobos, made some great defensive catches out in center and right field. Here's the bunt. What a perfect bunt. The ball just died up the first base line. That's an infield hit for Lujan. And now the Lady Bulldogs, just like they did in the top of the bottom of the first, have the first 2 runners on. Rodriguez at second, Lujan at the first base, and Maddie Martinez at the plate. And this one's ripped foul to the backstop for strike 1. Maddie, a senior, .433 batting average, 13 hits, 8 RBI, 3 doubles, and a home run. And that's inside for ball 1. So 2 on and nobody out. Got a little deja vu all over again. That one comes inside, and did it hit her? It did. So the umpire says take your base, and the bases are loaded.
Up next, number 14, Jenna Whitmire.
So Jenna Whitmire, who is starting the game out in right field for the Lady Bulldogs in the number 9 hole. And she gets to bat with the bases loaded. Jenna, a sophomore, batting .318, 7 hits, 4 RBI, a double, 2 triples, and a home run. And that one's in there for strike 1. There is power up and down this entire batting order for Artesia. High and inside for a ball. And you know, when you're up there with the bases loaded, your eyes get real big because you know you're going to knock it out of the ballpark for a grand slam. You just don't want to get too carried away. That's a nice ground ball into left field, a base hit. That'll score at least 1. Runner around third scores. And Whitmire with a 2 RBI single.
Up next, number 2, Kenna Morrison.
And so that makes it 3-0. I can add 2 to the score. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And here's the top of the order, Kenna Morrison. Kenna singled and scored the first Lady Bulldog run in the first inning. And it's high for a ball. You wonder, it's only a matter of time before the bats start coming alive for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll see how this affects the freshman. Popped up out into center field. Roybal camps underneath, makes the catch, and it's not deep enough to move the runners.
Round number 1, up next, number 15, Princess Aguilar.
So everybody holds up. Next batter, 1 out. And Aguilar walked. She did not see a decent pitch her first trip to the plate. And she hadn't seen one yet. She was walked on 4 straight pitches her first trip to the plate. Low and inside for a ball. Yeah, I wouldn't throw anything good to her. Hey, Ryan Hickey is in the house. Shot out into center. It's going to die right behind second base, but the runner at second had to hold up. They'll throw to third for the force out there.
Force out at third for out number
So it is a fielder's choice.
Carlo.
Let's see, out, force out. And so that's out number 2.
Courtesy runner at first. Haley Tucker.
So Tucker will run for Aguilar once again. That is her assignment today. So the little squibber behind second base, and of course the runner at second had to hold up in case it was caught. Here's a hard shot out into right field. That is up against the wall. Roybal will grab it, drop it. 1 run will score, and on into second base goes Kenzie Carlo.
RBI double. Up next, number 24, Kaden Apodaca.
So that makes it 4-0. And the pitcher, Caden Apodaca, at the plate. She flew out to Roybal in the first inning. Carlo at second, Tucker at third. 4-0 is the score, and that's on the inside corner for strike 1. I like our little microphone down there. Doesn't that help? Woo, what a rip. Foul down the third base line. That's over into the JV baseball field. That's definitely in the field with the Cows. One of the Goddard players is looking, where is it? It's in the JV field. Here's another rip if it stays straight, but it's going to go foul over onto the JV softball field. Wow, if she could just straighten that out. Apodaca is, she's this close to getting it out of here. And then you're going to jump in joy, right? You're going to jump and sing? Maybe. Pitcher, of course, Gallego says, I need a different softball. Why? Caden's knocked the other 2 out of the ballpark. See what happens? High and away with the ball. 2-1. Or 1 ball and 2 strikes, I should say. Way high, gets away from the catcher, but not enough for the runners to advance. And 2-2. Apodaca in the cleanup spot. She's trying to catch up to, wow, into the dugout. Hopefully that hit the fence and not anybody in the dugout there on the third base side. Caden's trying to catch up to Perseus. She has 6 home runs this season. Perseus with 9. Popped her up, but it's going to come back over our heads out of play. What an at bat. That is the 7th pitch that Caden has forced Gallegos to throw in this at bat. High, ball 3. So what do you do here? Does she have the green light? Will Gallegos come in something hittable? Let's see. Ooh, my gosh, that's again over into the JV baseball field. My gosh. That's 9 pitches now thrown to Apodaca. And she'd hit the barn out there across the street if she straightens one of those out. That one's down the third base line foul. She's putting a hurt on the softballs today. Two balls into the JV baseball field, 1 lined out into the JV softball field behind home plate. And that's ball 4.
All 4 loads the bases.
So the bases are loaded. And here's Zoe Warren, who flew out to Cobos to end the first inning. And do we have a courtesy runner?
Courtesy runner on first, number 6, Nisel Jimenez.
Nisel Jimenez, who was on the radio today. as was Della Riva and Morrison? Carlo was on the radio today. Morrison? No, it wasn't Morion. High for a ball. They're all seniors. They were all seniors today. Oh, Zoe let that one go by. 1-1 the count. That was right down the middle. Bases loaded. Ball. Warren has, she's looking for her first home run. She has 2 doubles this season. And rips this one foul to the screen. Count evens at 2-2. Is there tennis going on, or are all these cars for the softball game today? Oh, that's right, JV going on. There's a shot into left field. That's a ground rule double. That's a one-hopper over the fence. So 1 run will score. Let's see. Oh, yeah, scores 2. So it's now 6-0 as Zoe gets the ground rule double that brings in 2 runs. The runner at second and the runner at third score. The runner first has to stop at third, and we've got a meeting of the minds in the circle.
From Portales, top of the 4th. Your Bulldogs 11, Portales Rams 1.
11-1, Portales leading the Rams. Did you get that from Brian Taylor? See, Joby has not texted me. So he's probably doing the game changer or something like that on his phone. I don't know what he's doing, but he's on the radio. 11-1 in the 4th, did you say?
Yes.
And that's game 1 of a doubleheader at Portales. And the coach has gone back to the dugout. Goddard is giving a little bit of support to the freshman, who's given up 5 runs in this inning, 6 runs overall. And we're just in the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Kinsley Rodriguez. Kinsley will be the 10th batter to come to the plate, and she is hit. Oh, yeah, she was hit. Okay.
Hit by pitch, loads the bases. Up next, number
So,
9, Michaela Lujan.
So here's Michaela Lujan, who will be the 11th batter to come to the plate. She singled and scored way back in this inning. Did it hit her, or did it just kind of missed everything, kind of bounced up there? It's a ball. That was an air ball. That was the air ball. Yes. Fouled straight back, hit whatever that thing is that's hanging on the screen there. High for ball 2. Is that a huddle camera? Yeah. Yeah. Well, hit it again. Once again, it's high for a ball. Let's see. I've got, is it 3-1? Yep, 3-1. You have 3-1? Okay. We're all on the same page. That would be a ball. Ball 4.
Ball 4 brings the run home.
So that is the merry-go-round.
10, Madison Martinez.
So here's Madison Martinez. She was hit by a pitch. Score is now 7-0. A lot of this happening with 2 outs. There's a shot into left field. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. We'll score 1. We'll score 2. And a double for Madison Martinez.
2 RBI double for Madison Martinez. Brings up number 14, Jenna Whitmire.
So let's see. We'll put 2 more. That makes it 9-0 in favor of Artesia. And Jenna Whitmire is back at the plate for the second time this inning. And there's a strike. She singled, drove in 2 runs, and has scored this inning. And looks at strike 2. Gallegos has thrown 66 pitches in 1 2/3 innings. Fouled it back. And it's kind of a even count. 30 balls, 37 strikes. That's not usually a good way to look at those numbers. Popped her up. Second baseman, Campa, camps underneath, and that will retire the side. All right, let's give you the totals for Artesia. 8 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 2 runners stranded on base. We go to the third, 9-0 Artesia. This is Lady Bulldogs softball on KSVPTV.com.
It's Kubota Orange Days. Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
In Romans chapter 12 and verse 1, Paul says that we are to present our bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable to God. You know, I've looked at that this week, and I've thought about it, and I've tried to determine, is that me? Is that how I am living my life? Am I a living sacrifice? Am I...
Caden Apodaca takes her final warm-up tosses as we get ready for the top of the third inning. Lady Bulldogs 9-0 over the Goddard Lady Rockets on this opener of District 4 4A. 9 runs, 6 hits. Neither team has committed any errors, and Lady Bulldogs have stranded 3. The Rockets have stranded 1. It'll be the 8, 9, and top of the order for Goddard: Roybal, Crawford, and Serrano. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Bulldogs are playing a doubleheader at Portales. That, if you have an original schedule, it was for Friday, but because of umpires, that's a ball, or the lack thereof. They had to move some games around, and so the doubleheader not played on Friday. It's being played today. There's a strike. So the doubleheader is today in Portales. The single game with Portales is Thursday over here at Brainerd Baseball Park, 5 o'clock. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Up next, number 30.
Out number 1. And I've got 4 strikeouts now for Apodaca. And Marisa Crawford is the first time she's been at the plate. Right down the middle for strike 1. On the outside corner, strike 2. And that's a ball inside. Apodaca, for the Lady Bulldogs, we mentioned her 3-2 record, 1.34 ERA. That's a strike 3 called.
Up next, number 10 for the Rockets, Roxana Serrano.
Top of the order, Roxana Serrano for Caden. Coming into the game, she had 40 strikeouts and has only allowed 1 home run. And that that pitch is high for ball 1. So she has 5 strikeouts. So she's at 45 strikeouts on the season. Fouled it back. And Caden is just a sophomore. Popped up, first base side. Martinez makes the catch
Martinez for out number 3.
For the third out of the inning.
We've got Rockets 0, your Lady Bulldogs 9.
For the Rockets, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. It'll be the top of the order for Artesia, Morrison, Aguilar, and Carlo. When we come back, you're watching Lady Bulldogs softball on KSVPTV.com.
In Romans chapter 12 and verse 1, Paul says that we present our bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable to God. You know, I've looked at that this week, and I've thought about it, and I've tried to determine, is that me? Is that how I am living my life? Am I a living sacrifice? Am I doing what God wants me to do? Am I holy? Am I set apart? Am I different, but different in a way that God wants me to be different? And am I acceptable to God? All of the choices I'm making, do they line up with God? And I've determined that the best way to do that is to center my life on Jesus. Don't put Jesus first or second or third, because he can change to those, but instead, make him the center. Make him the center of your life. Is that where Jesus is? Is he the center? If he's not, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ and let us help you center your life on Jesus.
Welcome back to the Mack. Lady Bulldogs have the top of the order. Morrison, Aguilar, and Carlo. And Juliet Gallegos starts her third inning of work against the Lady Bulldogs. I need this because I've got to keep score. That's a strike. A ball and a strike. Kenna, 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. And a run scored. And she knocks a single out into right field. Oh, and it gets past Cobos, but not enough for Morrison to run, turning it into an error. So it's just a plain old base hit. So here's Perseus Aguilar. Perseus just, she walked and reached on a fielder's choice. That one just nicks the corner for a strike. She hit into a fielder's choice trying to hit something. She's just not seeing a lot of decent pitches. There's one. Out into right field. That's a gappa. Up against the wall. All the way around second. Coming around to score is Morrison. Throws not in time. Ball rolls away from the catcher, and Perseus will go on to third on the throw. So we have a double. We have a run scored, and Aguilar goes to third on the throw. And we're going to have the courtesy runner. Haley Tucker has been the courtesy runner.
Number 1, Haley Tucker.
So it's, let's see, I have 10-0. Okay, there we go. Kenzie Carlo at the plate, runner at third. And it's outside for a ball. So we're at 10. 1 in the first, 8 in the second, 1 so far here in the third. And there's a shot to the third baseman, Guzman. Makes sure that Tucker does not go anywhere. Let's see. Let me get the run on the board there. Okay. And there's one out. All right. Held up. We've got Caden Apodaca, the pitcher. Strike. Let's see. Does it give me the total? Last time she was at the plate, she saw 10 pitches. And that's strike 2. She may only see 3 this time. She had 10 pitches. She fouled off 5. High fly ball out into center. Roy Ball moves over, makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. Scores a sac fly.
Next for the Lady Bulldogs, number 13, Zoe Warren.
So here's Zoe Warren. Don't you coach here?
Yes.
Okay.
My fault.
Where do you think we are, Goddard? Oh, my goodness. So I've got 11-0. That's what we have here on the board. Warren at the plate. She is 1 for 2. And looks at a strike. 1-1. Joey wanted to know if we were beating Goddard, and I said yes. Foul ball. So I've got a ball and 2 strikes, right? Yep, there we are. An unusual situation for a Lady Bulldog batter. Nobody on the bases. There's a base hit up the middle.
Zoe Warren with the base hit. Up next, number 7, Kinsley Rodriguez.
So here's Kinsley Rodriguez at the plate. Kinsley is a junior, batting .475 coming into the game. 12 runs, 19 hits, 14 RBI. She has 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs so far this season. And looks at strike 1. Next batter. Strike. This one's fouled off to the right and out of play. So on the JV field, which score is on the left and which one's on the right? Do you know? We're up 2-0, okay. Ground ball, third baseman Guzman. She'll throw to first in time for the third out of the inning. Nice play by the Goddard defense. For the Bulldogs, 2 runs, 3 hits, 0 Rocket errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 4th. Artesia leads 11-0. For the Rockets, it'll be Chavez, Guzman, and Hernandez when we come back after this on KSVPTV.com.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Hey, welcome back to the Mack. Back to the Mack. You like that?
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective
Lady
guy.
Bulldogs
But
lead the Goddard Rockets 11
sorry, what's your name?
0.
Yeah, Evan. Hi,
They
Evan.
will
Yeah,
face
we have
Goddard
no internet.
again in a couple of weeks. A doubleheader at Goddard. They've got Lovington coming into town Friday night for a doubleheader here at the Mack. And here's Avery Chavez, swing and a miss for a strike. Strike one. Rockets, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base. That was a one-out walk in the second. It bounces up there for a ball. And that is the only reason we aren't talking about a perfect game for Caden Apodaca, is that one-out walk in the second. Swung on and missed for a strike. Caden has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts so far in the game. She hold up her swing? Yes, she did. That's a ball. Bulldogs have 11 runs on 9 hits. Whew. Ball 3. They've hit one out of the park on a ground rule double, bounced out. This one's ripped foul. Count remains 2-2. Do you have 2-2? I have 2. Oh, is it 3-2? Okay. 3-2. I must have. Well, I have. Oh, I missed it here. Okay. I've got two different scoreboards I'm looking at. That one's foul over towards the, just past the live well. Caden has thrown 47 pitches, 33 of those for strikes. And Gallegos, the pitcher for Goddard, has thrown 85 pitches, 52 for strikes. And there's a swinging strike 3.
Number 3 for out number 1. Up next, number 13, Jory Guzman.
And here's Jory Guzman. 0 for 1. She flew out to the second baseman, Lujan, back in the first inning. 6 strikeouts now for Apodaca. And that's a little high. Ball 1. Oh, I think it's great. Swung on and missed for a strike. That one rolls up there and hits the shin guard. The shin guard's connected to the knee guard. The knee guard's connected to the chest guard. How does that song go? I will stop there. Fouled. Wow, that hit the helmet. That hit the camera. And the count 2-2. To Guzman, number 3 batter in the order for the Rockets. She's just an 8th grader. They've got. Is that a ball? Okay. So they've got 1, 2, 3 freshmen. Past Rodriguez. That's a hit. There goes the no-hitter. And Guzman breaks the no-hit game with a base hit. With 1 out, Marisol Hernandez will be the batter. So the Rockets get only their second base runner of the game. They had a 1-out walk in the second, a 1-out single here in the fourth. So we don't have to worry about the perfect game. We don't have to worry about the no-hitter. Fouled off. Not that, I think Coach Mondragon was the only one that was worried about that. He was over here stressing out. Actually, he's getting cold. Well, he's in front of the air conditioner. You're probably ought to turn it up for him, Jeffrey. I don't know. Line drive to Carlo. Throw to first. Double play.
Double play to end the inning. After 4.5, it's your Lady Bulldogs 11, Rockets 0.
Let's see. Would that be called a pickoff
Bulldog
or a force out?
update.
Left base early.
Bulldogs at the bottom of the 5th. Lead 16
Picked off. We'll call it a pickoff. There we go. All right. For Goddard in their half of the inning, no runs, a hit. No errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Artesia 11, Goddard 0. Coming up for the Bulldogs will be Lujan, Martinez, and Whitmire when we come back on KSVPTV.com.
It's the big savings meat sale at Finn's Country Market in Artesia. Boneless chicken breast, jumbo pack, $1.99 a pound. Quarter loin pork chops, $1.79 a pound. Boneless beef chuck tender roast, preferred trim, $3.99 a pound. And boneless beef top sirloin steaks, family pack, $5.99 a pound at Finn's Country Market in Artesia. And right now, Coca-Cola select flavors, 12-pack cans, $5.99 each at Finn's Country Market in Artesia.
Hey, we're back here at the Mack in Artesia, New Mexico. Coach, what did you hear from Mr. Taylor? 16-1 Bulldogs baseball in Portales, and they're going into the bottom of the 5th. So that game, unless Portales comes up with 5 or 6 runs, 6 runs I guess it is, that'll be done. Here's a shot down the first base line, and it does go foul for strike 2. So the baseball team looking for their first district win, and they'll play another one. Meanwhile, we'll finish, and I'll go home and have dinner. Foul back to the screen. And Jeffrey will go see if they still have any Lotus drink material at Kith and Kin. Oh, you've already got it? Okay. He's good to go with his Lotus drink. Oh, okay. Doctor's orders. Ground ball. Past the shortstop into left field. That's a base hit for Lujan.
With the base hit. Brings up number 10, Madison Martinez.
So here's Madison Martinez. She's been hit by a pitch and hit a double. She has an RBI. And a super special bark from the barking guy. And it's on the outside corner for strike 1. Martinez, I think, is one of, 5 seniors for the Bulldogs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's a bunch of seniors on this team. That was a ball? Was it? Okay. Ball one, throw down to first. Nobody going far enough. There's a bunch of seniors on this team. 1, 2, 3. Could be our first game out of the park. It's up against the wall. Coming on into third is Lujan. Double. Martinez.
Stand-up double. Brings up number 14, Jenna Whitmire.
You know, it was hit, sounded like it was hit hard. The ball's not carrying today. So it went to the bottom of the fence out there in right center field. Whitmire at the plate. And looks at strike 1 over the outside corner. Jenna 1 for 2. She has a single, 2 RBIs. High pop-up, foul territory, front of the dugout, and caught by Crawford. Here comes the runner from third, and she'll score.
RBI for Whitmire. Pop-up round number 1 up next for the Bulldogs.
Well, we'll call that a sac fly.
Morrison.
And let's see, she goes to third. So a sac fly to the first baseman for Jenna Whitmire. That's the first out of the inning. I think she said, "Ha!" So I think that was a strike. Tapper back to the pitcher. throws it away. And then they throw it back to the base runner. She gets hit in the back. I don't know. Jeffrey, you got to call that I got to call that an error. I'm going to give an error to the pitcher. Advanced by the batter and held up at first. Okay, so it's 13-0. We got the next batter at the plate. There's still only one out. Perseus Aguilar is at the plate. She is 1 for 2. Walk, fielder's choice, and a double. High foul ball, and it drops right in front of the Bulldog dugout. As you heard the home base ump call it foul ball. Let's see. Perseus has 2 runs scored, an RBI in the game. Throw to first, not in time. It's one of those things, you're down 13-0. We're going to throw to first. Again, the throw down to first, but if they get her out, I guess it's a good play when she gets off a base like that. I believe that was a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike, according to the home plate ump. Popped her up. Coming in is Kobos. She'll make the catch. That'll hold Morrison at first.
Up next for your Lady Bulldogs, number 12, Kenzie Carlo.
So that is the second out of the inning. And here's Kenzie Carlo. 1 for 3, fly out, double line drive. She has scored a run and has an RBI. And it's there at the letters for strike 1. Strike 1. Rolls up to the plate, gets past the catcher, and will go to second. Here goes the runner to third. The throw to third is not caught by the third baseman. Nobody's backing it up. She didn't go get it, and coming in to score is Morrison. So it was a ball on the wild pitch. Morrison goes to second. She then goes to third on the throw, and then comes home. I don't know. Do you call an error? I guess it's just on the throw. Well, she goes to second on the wild pitch and then just goes to third. She went to third. Here's a pop-up caught by the shortstop, Hernandez, for the third out of the inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. So we go now to the 5th inning. 14-0, Artesia. For the Rockets, it'll be Gallegos, Kobos, and Campa to face Apodaca. You're listening and, you're watching Lady Bulldogs softball on KSVPTV.com.
Attention high school students and parents of high school students. Do you want to visit Eastern New Mexico University from the comfort of your own home? Then plan on attending the ENMU Virtual Open House on Saturday, April 20th, starting at 10 a.m. You can get a virtual tour of campus, talk virtually with current students, and win great prizes. Sign up today at enmu.edu/open house. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
April 8th is National Line Worker Appreciation Day. Central Valley Electric Cooperative's linemen work hard to keep the lights on and often do not receive the recognition they deserve. Being a lineman is not a glamorous profession. Most of us can ride out a storm from the comfort and convenience of our homes. However, CVE line workers are on call 24/7 in case severe storms or other circumstances cause the power to go out. If you see any lineman, please take the time to say thank you.
We're back? Okay. All right, top of the 5th inning. Lady Bulldogs 3 outs away from getting their first district win as they lead 14-0. And Juliet Gallegos, the pitcher for the Rockets, looks at ball 1. 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, I think. And it's Lovington they play Friday night. That's high for a ball. What a pitching performance by Caden Apodaca. She has faced one over the minimum. Pop up, right side. Martinez calls off Lujan, makes the catch. And there's one away.
Up next for your Rockets, number 8, Audrina Kobos.
Audrina Kobos, the batter now. She is 0 for 1, strikeout looking back in the second inning. So, yeah, Caden's one over the minimum because the base hit was doubled up last inning. And that's a strike. Right now, she is working on a one-hitter with only 2 runners even reaching base. So Caden having a great outing here this afternoon. Pop up behind home plate. Aguilar makes the catch. There's 2 outs. Next batter, 2 outs. So it's all up to Lindsey Campa, the second baseman. With 2 outs and nobody on, down by 14. They need to score 5 to keep the game going to at least another half inning. 0 for 1, a ground out back in the second inning. And she looks at ball 1. So Apodaca, a one-hit ball game so far. And it's ground ball to Lujan. Drops it. Can't get to it in time, and that'll be an error on the second baseman.
Campo with the hit. He's on the first. Up next for the Rockets, number 5, Annika Roybal.
So it's still a one-hitter on the error. Annika Roybal, the center fielder at the plate, 0 for 1, struck out swinging to start the third inning. And looks at strike 1. Yeah, it was sad between innings here a while back. Jeffrey had to go down and talk to Mr. Knoll about his language that was being picked up by our backstop microphone. There's a swing and a miss for a strike, strike 2. What did he say when you told him about that?
I can't stay.
He says, I can't stay, and so they had to leave. Ball inside. Uh-huh. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul down the first base line. Count will remain 1-2. Whitmire has to go get it.
I found this on the web.
I'm glad you did. So the way I move my wrist sometimes, Siri thinks I'm asking her things when I'm not. Another foul ball off to the right. Those cows are getting mad. The pitch. Way high. Ball 2. Let's see. And that's a ball low. So the count is full. Another foul ball. I was just texting Joby, or replying to Joby. Well, looky here. 8 pitches thrown to Roybal. Not going down easy. Way high, all the way to the backstop. That'll be ball 4. Campa goes down to second. So that is the second walk of the ball game by Apodaca. 2 on with 2 out. And Marissa Crawford will bat. She'll foul it off to the right. Really making those cows mad. Wow, they're getting angry. High for a ball. 1-1 the count. Crawford, the number 9 hitter in the order. She struck out looking back in the 3rd inning, so she is 0 for 1. And she swings and misses for strike 2. So Caden 1 pitch away from getting another victory. But Crawford says, I got something to say about that. Let's see what she says. Fouled it off. I think Caden's thrown more pitches this inning than she's thrown the entire ball game. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pitches. And there's a swing and a miss for a strike. Strike 3. And that's the ball game. So the Artesia Bulldogs win over the Goddard Lady Rockets 14-0. You want to play a couple of commercials and then we'll do the wrap-up. So we'll be back here in about a minute or so and we'll wrap things up for you here from the Mack.
What's your favorite Ford Mustang? Steve McQueen's 1968 GT and Bullitt? Sean Connery's 1971 Mach 1 in James Bond Diamonds Are Forever? Or is it Nicolas Cage's 67 Shelby GT 500E from Gone in 60 Seconds? You know, Eleanor. Perhaps it's the Ford Mustang you grew up with or have right now. Wednesday, April 17th is the 60th anniversary of the introduction of the Ford Mustang. No other car has brought so much joy continuously since 1964. To celebrate, Artesia Ford is inviting Mustang owners to bring your special car to Artesia Ford Wednesday, April 17th for a special celebration. We'll have hot dogs and Pepsi products, prizes, and a fun time celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Ford Mustang. Let us know you're bringing your Mustang. Call Raul, Justin, or Perry at Artesia Ford Sales, 575-746-3578. Bring your Mustang or just come see the Mustang Corral. Wednesday, April 17th at Artesia Ford Sales, your Mustang headquarters. Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
All right, we're back at the Mack. Final score, 14-0 Artesia over Goddard for the Lady Bulldogs. They got base hits from Morrison, who had 2 singles. Aguilar had a double. Carlo had a double. Zoe Warren had a single and a double, 2 hits. 2 singles for Michaela Lujan and a base hit for Jenna Whitmire. So the Lady Bulldogs had a total of 11 hits, 6 singles, 5 doubles, no triples or home runs in the game. The RBI leader was Jenna Whitmire, who had 3 RBI this afternoon. Morrison, Aguilar, Carlo, and Apodaca, along with Lujan, had 1 RBI each, 2 for Warren and 2 for Madison Martinez. Let's see. On the visitors' side, it was a 1-hitter. The only hit was to Jory Guzman, who got that hit in the 5th inning. And that was it. They just had the 1 hit in the game. Juliet Gallegos went the distance. She will take the loss for the Rockets. She pitched 4 innings, faced 30 batters, threw 103 pitches, 66 for strikes. She gave up 14 runs. 13 were earned. She had no strikeouts and 4 walks and 2 hit pitch batters and 3 wild pitches. Caden Apodaca, what a performance by Caden. She pitched 5 innings, faced 18 batters. That's just 3 over the minimum. She threw 77 pitches, 52 for strikes, She did not allow any runs, struck out 7, 3 looking, 4 swinging, only the 1 hit, only the 2 walks, and no wild pitches, balks, or hit pitched batters. So Caden Apodaca will get the win, and taking the loss is Juliet Gallegos. Final score 14-0. Lady Bulldogs will play Friday night, 5 o'clock, doubleheader against Lovington. Hope to see you here at the Mack. That will be on TV and radio Friday afternoon starting at 4:45. For our producer, Jeffrey Curtis, our cameraman, S.T. Attic, and Bradley Ross, we thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you back here Friday for Lady Bulldogs softball on KSVP and KSVPTV.com. Good evening, everyone.